Welcome to the Remarkable Palate Podcast. I'm Chef Mark Tafoya, coming to you from Vino in Villa, the Prosecco tasting here in New York City. Come along with us as we taste some wonderful Italian wines. I'm speaking now with Michael Franz, who is the editor of Wine Review Online. And Michael gave a wonderful seminar here at the Prosecco tasting today. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Great, great. And this, of course, we're surrounded by bubbly today. And it must be an exciting place to be for someone who's into wine.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of great wine in this really terrific room, and you can hear the buzz in the place. And
absolutely.
Yeah, it's terrific, I think, for Americans to get a chance to taste a real concentration of Proseccos, to see the different styles and the different little characteristics and nuances that different producers bring to the wine.
For someone who may not be familiar with Prosecco, what would you say are like the two or three top highlights to look for in Prosecco, and how would they distinguish it from other sparkling wines that they may have tasted?
Well, the grape itself, which is called Prosecco, is itself sort of expressively floral and fruity. It's not very reserved. Chardonnay grown in Champagne would be, for instance. So the wines from Prosecco tend to be a little sweeter. They've got this nice kind of playful floral note. They're more relaxed. They're terrific with all sorts of different foods. So they're very versatile, and you can be sort of relaxed in the way that you use them. So they're very inviting. They're lots of fun, but they're also so different from one another that there's lots of interesting comparing to do.
And normally they're priced at such a good value that you can really play with them. You can try a bunch of them and try them with different foods and see what works for you. It's not just an occasion wine. You can have it as an aperitif any night of the week.
And interestingly, that's very much how the Italians use Prosecco. And I actually saw some figures that quantify this quite regularly. As you may know, sparkling wine and champagne in the United States has a tremendous spike late in the year when people purchase it for holiday entertaining and so forth. But Prosecco is actually very smooth in the shipments across the whole year. They go up about 20% in November for the holidays, and they go down about 20% in August when, of course, all the offices are closed. But aside from that, Italians drink Prosecco all the time, throughout the year, not just special occasions, and with all sorts of different foods. So you're right on target there.
So let's maybe just off the top of your head, I know I'm putting you on the spot, but give us a sort of a fun pairing that people might want to try with a Prosecco.
Absolutely. Of course, one of the most enjoyable things about dining in Italy is antipasti, is the range of different things, roasted peppers and salami and sliced Parma ham and cheeses and, marinated artichokes, things that. The fun thing about Prosecco is it works across that whole range of things. It's got some acidity to stay fresh, it's got some fruitiness, and it's just great fun with that wonderful first moment in an Italian meal with all those wonderful aromas and flavors and different textures and things, to have a single wine that can bridge all those great items.
Perfect. That's a great suggestion. Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
So go ahead and get the antipasti. Remember to patronize our sponsor, GoDaddy.com. Use code PALATE1 to get 10% off any order.